slow morning, just finishing up my bone broth. I got in some rebounding, a little bit of sunshine, and I just restocked my fridge yesterday. Best feeling. So I figured it would be the perfect time to do a day or two of hormone-friendly eats, and then we can also get in some dumbbell workouts. But I was going through some comments on my PCOS chat that I shared recently. If you haven't seen it, I will put it right here. I talk all about my diagnosis, healing naturally, maintaining my progress, and then I answer some of your most asked questions. And I also just want to say a quick thank you because you guys are always so kind and so supportive. I remember how nervous I was to open up about PCOS the first time. I'm like, share my photos and just talk about what was going on in my body. And from day one, you guys have been so kind. You've made it a space where I can just like share my experience freely. And you guys are just the best, so thank you for watching, and I just, really appreciate like how sweet you guys are. But I did notice a lot of questions about nutrition, and one of the things that I feel like the most proud of myself for is that like, yes, I went through a lot of trial and error and I made some mistakes at the beginning, but once I really locked in, I've been able to make healthy eating something that is maintainable, something that I look forward to, and I kind of had to like rewire my palate to make these meals more craveable and something that now is just like has become second nature. So one of the reasons I'm so passionate about like sharing my recipes and sometimes like my weird food combinations is because I'm like, once you get it down and you find the meals that you like, it is smooth sailing and it just becomes easier to reach your goals, to feel good, and there's just nothing better than like eating healthy but enjoying it at the same time. So I figured since we did a fridge restock, it'd be the perfect time to just make some delicious meals together, get in our workouts. And it is already so hot this morning, like I was breaking a sweat while I was doing my rebounding. So we're gonna get this workout in quick, and then we're gonna make a nice, nourishing breakfast and spend the next day or two together. Let's do it. Okay, we're changed and ready to go. I'm actually so happy that it's overcast, but it's still humid, so we're gonna be sweating in like 30 seconds. I'm doing 5 different exercises today. We've got 3 sets of each exercise and 60 seconds of rest in between. This is actually one of the CenterFit hybrid strength workouts, and it's so nice because all you need are your dumbbells, and then you can do your cardio if you want, like on a treadmill, or just get in a nice little outdoor walk. So quick and easy, you can do it at home, and you will feel the burn. I'll either do a voiceover or just cue the music, and let's get it started. I'm also not supplementing this week, and I swear this is like exposure therapy for me because I feel very fair right now. I need to give myself a break. Okay, we've got goblet squat, 12 reps, 3 sets. Reverse lunge to curl. Okay, we're going to use our bench for the Bulgarian split squats. Honestly, thank goodness these Bulgarian split squats are in this program because I need to be doing more of these. And typically, I would not include these in my workouts, and I need to do more of them. Okay, we've got an RDL to upright row. I'm modifying some of this workout just for what feels good to my body. We have 3 sets, 10 reps. My mom decided to enjoy the show. Watch me suffer.
You are doing it.
I'm impressed. Alright, workout is done. We have to shower up, freshen up, and then have some food. Let's do it. Just wanted to quickly show you the dumbbell rack. This goes from 5 to 25, so it's plenty of weight to do a killer arm workout, lower body as well, and then I have my center tread right over there if I just want to get in a quick walk instead of going out and about. And I kind of keep it under this awning so it stays covered. But this is the setup for my outdoor workouts. Okay, we are refreshed, ready for breakfast. I wanted to show you quickly a few of the sides that I have ready to go. This just makes healthy eating so much easier in my opinion as opposed to planning out an entire meal, because there's something about opening like a container of chicken and soggy green beans that's been sat in the same container for 3 days. It's just not very appetizing to me. But when I have things like this ready to go, add the sweet potatoes to a meal, a Greek salad, this all ends up getting used as opposed to making and prepping entire meals at a time. That's just what works for me. So I get a few of these things sometimes from Rolled Oats. Sometimes I'll just make them. We've got a Greek salad. You can add this to any type of bowl or, salad. Carrot ginger salad. This is amazing. It's got ginger, craisins, these little shaved carrots. We've got our sweet potatoes. You know I love a good sweet potato prep. Broccoli. Just roasted broccoli with salt, olive oil, and pepper. Some rosemary cauliflower. Tuna salad. One of the best snacks, just with chips with a fork. I'll typically drizzle hot honey on top, and it's just so delicious. And then we have some coconut mango quinoa. Delicious. Just wanted to give you a quick overhead view. Such a beautiful sight to have all of your food prepped in nice containers. We've got our cauliflower, Greek salad, potatoes, carrot ginger salad, mango coconut quinoa, tuna, and broccoli. But let's get breakfast going. Really trying to improve my egg cracking skills. Okay, not bad. Okay, we're building our bowl. We've got our sweet potatoes, Greek salad, really switching it up with my protein instead of beef. Got our ground turkey, 2 eggs, some avocado slices. I'm doing 1/4 of an avocado now instead of a half, just because I was eating a decent amount of fat, and I have avocados in almost every single meal. And some pickled onion. For sauce, I think I'm gonna go with this creamy sriracha. Breakfast is ready to go. We've got our ground turkey, sweet potatoes, Greek salad, eggs, avocado, and pickled onion. A lot of color, our veggies, protein, fiber, fat, all the things we need. The ground turkey is honestly such a nice switch up from the beef, and you know how loyal I am to my beef bowls, but this is really just hitting the spot. When I met with my registered dietitian through Nourish, and I was walking her through a day of eats because she helped calculate my macros. She was like, maybe we add some variety in there. I was like, breakfast, beef, lunch, beef, dinner, beef and cottage cheese. She's like, okay girl, I love that you're getting in your protein, your fiber, and your fat, but let's switch it up. I also want to talk a little bit about that appointment because I decided that I wanted to be more macro aware instead of calculate every single little thing. Absolutely devoured this bowl. I feel like sometimes when I do like the what I eat in days, people are like, there's no way you eat all that. What do we have? 1 little potato left, maybe some scraps. You better believe I am cleaning out my bowls, okay? I have a quick briefing call with a brand. I'm very excited because I've been using their menstrual care for years now. So I'm gonna be doing a campaign with them. And then I have a few errands to run, and then we'll come back and make a quick lunch. Okay, we are in for the afternoon. It just started raining, so I'm really happy that we got in our balcony workout. And I'm just gonna get nice and cozy and finish up some editing. But I was just thinking about my nutrition and how much it's changed over the past 6 years, because when I was first diagnosed with PCOS, I just was making like a lot of mistakes. You see so many different like diets and trends every single day on social media, and I just remember like trying a new thing every week, hoping that it would help, and my symptoms were just getting worse and worse. But once I dialed in the things that actually worked and like stayed consistent with them, my body has felt, really great. So the things that have worked best for me have just been no refined sugar, eating blood sugar balancing meals, protein, fiber, and fat, eating around the same time every single day, making sure you're not in a state of stress when you're eating. Like there's tiny little habits that don't seem like they would make a big difference that really do. And then now I've added dairy back in as well as gluten. I'm not having those things like every single day, but I can eat them now without having any type of flare-ups or any type of like crazy bloat. So I'm very happy with that. But yeah, it's so confusing to kind of know where to start when you're just seeing, like I said, a new diet or a new trend every single day. So one of the things I really wish I would have done sooner is just kind of focus more on a plan that's personalized to me. And one of the things that I just did recently was meet with a registered dietitian through Nourish. It was such a fun experience. I had told the dietitian going into it, like, hey, I'm very interested in learning more about my macros, but I'm not somebody who wants to like weigh my food. I don't want it to become this thing where I'm putting everything on a scale. So I pretty much asked her if there's any way to be more just like macro aware instead of calculating every single thing. So that's what we did. We talked all about PCOS, now called PMOS, and just eating like blood sugar balancing meals. We talked about my protein, my fiber, my fat, and she calculated everything for me. So I will put my macro calculations right here. Again, these are personal to my body and my activity level, but I really loved talking to her. And then I also told her that I was going to Italy, and I was like, hey, I want to make sure that I'm getting in like enough protein. So she's going to send me a bunch of tips so that I can make sure I'm just like staying on top of my nutrition and hitting my goals while I'm there, but still enjoying, obviously, you know, the food. The other thing I didn't realize about Nourish is that you can actually order your blood work through them, and then they'll help you analyze your results and put together a nutrition plan for you. So it's really nice knowing you can kind of do it all in one place. And I also have the app, which is nice because, like I said, I'm not somebody who wants to calculate and weigh every single thing. So I can take a photo of my food, like when I'm eating here and when I'm traveling in Italy, to make sure that I'm staying on track and just like chat with my dietitian there. And I'm not changing things up too much. It was just nice to go through a day of eats with her, and she was able to give me some pointers, and she was laughing. She was just like, wow, you eat a lot of beef. And I was like, yes, I do. So we're adding in some variety and switching up my veggies a little bit. But if this is something that you think you'd be interested in, I'm gonna put the link in the description for you, just because I think it makes such a big difference eating in a way that's personalized to your body. And again, you can get your blood work done through them and make sure everything is exactly the way that your body needs it. But we need to get going on lunch, so I'm gonna finish up these last few edits, and I think we're gonna have a nice little salmon bowl. Okay, it is time for lunch, and we're gonna do a salmon bowl. I'm gonna do 2 fillets just in case my mom comes over and she wants some. If not, I'll just save the rest for later. This is pretty much how I make my salmon every single time, and it could not be any easier. You just want to cut it into cubes like this. I just got this knife, it's very sharp. And then you just want to cut crosswise. So you have these little cubes like this. Once you have it into cubes, you're just going to put it into a little bowl. And then you're gonna do a light coating of Dijon mustard. You really can't taste this. It's more of like a coating agent to make the seasoning stick. So you'll do that, give it a mix, like this. And then we're gonna add our seasoning. You can do brown sugar or coconut sugar, smoked paprika, thyme, salt, and pepper. I'm just gonna sprinkle that on top. Like a pretty generous coating. Give it a mix. Okay, salmon's going in the air fryer. I use a Ninja Crispy. I love this air fryer because it's a glass bottom, it's easy to store, and I just feel like it crisps the salmon really well. You wanna make sure that your salmon is, you know, not on top of each other so that they air fry properly. And then my Ninja Crispy, they only have a few settings, so if you're using a different air fryer, you just wanna do it at 375 for about 15 to 17 minutes, I figure is like the sweet spot. And if you're doing it in the oven, I would say closer to 17 minutes at 375. And then if you want it to be extra crispy on the top, I do like to do a tiny little coating of seasoning, just like that. And for some reason, it always just makes it a little more crisp. Put this on top. Okay, I'll just do air fry. And I'm gonna do 13 minutes and check on them. And then we'll have some nice crispy salmon bites. Okay, salmon bites are looking good. I stopped it about a minute early. This was the perfect amount of time. They're juicy on the inside. Oh, I cannot wait to eat these. Nice little crunch. Okay, we're gonna start with our mango coconut quinoa, carrot ginger salad, crispy salmon bites, a bit of avocado, and then I'm gonna try the avocado lime dressing. Got all the other ones, and they're pretty good. Lunch is served. Okay, we had a little situation. You know how I was sitting there and I was telling you that it was starting to rain? I was kind of thinking to myself, I was like, you know what, we needed this. We haven't had a good rain in a long time. I'm gonna stay in and get cozy. I go to look in the corner and I'm like, can I drop a water bottle over there or something? My apartment starts to flood and I'm like, what am I gonna do about this? So anyways, I'm grabbing towels. I've got a fan over there now and we've taken care of the situation. But I was like, you know what? A salmon bowl can fix this problem. A good crispy salmon bowl. So anyways, dealing with that, priorities first. And you know what? This is doing what it needs to do every week, okay? I'm gonna finish dealing with the situation. I'm gonna go get in the sauna because I'm just like, I need to zen out. And then we'll make a nice dinner together. We're having a candlelight dinner. Ribeye steak. This is a really thick cut, so we're gonna probably do like at least 5 minutes on each side. Okay, so we're kind of gonna do like a steak stir fry. Putting some jasmine rice into this bowl. And we're gonna mix in our veggies, broccoli, and then we're gonna mix it with some coconut aminos. This is a really good swap for soy sauce. I do notice sometimes that if I have soy sauce, I just feel like I retain a little bit more water the next day. I think my body's just kind of sensitive to soy in general. Actually, let's add some carrots in there too. Our coconut aminos. Give it a mix. We'll add our stir fry to our bowl. Add our steak. Maybe some more sauce. Okay, dinner is ready to go. We've got our broccoli cauliflower stir fry with some carrots and a nice medium rare ribeye. Good morning. That dinner was so good last night that I swear every single time I make steak in my apartment, it just smells like meat for 24 hours. So I woke up this morning and I was like, whoa, we need to go and get some fresh air. And it's nice and sunny out, so we're just gonna do a quick little walk. I coated myself in SPF, and then whenever I'm not self-tanning, I just like my skin to look super glowy and hydrated. So I'll put like the Primally Pure body butter on top of it. So we have a nice shine. I almost feel like shiny skin is kind of like an accessory in a way. So I always like having a little glow. And then too, I'm sure you guys have heard of the Honor Active sports bras, but I have been loving their activewear. I ordered 4 of these in different colors. I just feel like the sports bra lifts, it's supportive, and then it's also really flattering because it kind of goes up on the ribcage right there. Just been loving her stuff. Anyways, we're gonna do a quick walk, come back, and then have some breakfast. Let's do it. All right, breakfast time. We're gonna do a yogurt bowl. And our yogurt, this is my favorite way to make my parfaits. I'm just using Chobani, but if you want a really good dairy-free option, the Cocoa June yogurt's really good. I just got this peanut butter. It is delicious. It's my first time trying it. And this is the salted one. It literally tastes like you're taking a bite of, I don't know, like a peanut at a fair. But the ingredients are so simple. We'll add our peanut butter. And I think these parfaits are best when you mix the peanut butter into the yogurt. So it's amazing. We got frozen wild blueberries. Dark sweet cherries. There's something so satisfying about frozen fruit and parfaits. I don't know if it's just because I'm a texture person, but I just think it's better than fruit from the fridge. And then this is the granola. Protein granola by Lovebird. I also really like Purely Elizabeth, but lately I have been on a Lovebird kick. Delicious. Okay, that was delicious. Parfaits are one of those things I could eat again and again and again and just never get tired of them. And I feel like too, if you're at the beginning of your journey, like it's really nice to pick your staple snacks that you can kind of always count on. For me, it's like parfaits and meat sticks. If I'm like, okay, I want something relatively low calorie, high protein. If I want to make it sweet, I can drizzle some chocolate on there and have it like later at night. But it's just one of those things that I never get tired of, and I've been eating them for years. So great breakfast. We're gonna get in a quick workout and then make lunch together. We're keeping it short and sweet with a weighted core circuit. Maybe we'll do a little stretching, but it's gonna be like a maybe 10-minute ab workout, but very effective. So let's do it. All right, workout done. Took a quick shower, having some blue raspberry bean glow. And I just got this new Brewmate water bottle. How cute is it? You can hardly see the sparkles, but this is like their new collection that just came out. And I like that this one is almost like a sippy cup. I also like their cups that have the straws, but it's nice to take on the go. I'm gonna go get my toes done. Can you guys even see this? Shaking it up. Okay, and we're off. Okay, I got some work done after my workout. Went to get my nails done. I've been getting the same color for a few months now, and I always take my color with me. It's kind of like bubble bath, and I like that it's almost like a jelly finish, and it's just nice and natural, so I can put it in the description. But we're gonna have some tuna salad, some sourdough. I'm gonna put some pickled onions on top, and of course, some hot honey, a little bit of lemon juice, and avocado. We got our sourdough. I like a little bit of hot honey on the base. Put the tuna salad on top. Tuna salad is just one of my favorite things because it's high protein, it's pretty low calorie. You can have it with chips, you can have it on toast like this, you can just eat it with a fork, and it always fills me up. A little bit of lemon juice, more hot honey, and a few slices of avocado. Voila! I just took the best everything shower. I gave myself a quick little blowout so my hair's ready for the morning. And I wanted to make a beef bowl tonight, but I'm just running like short on time because I'm packing for a trip. So ordered some sweet green. I know this does not look very appetizing, but we're gonna dress it up. Anytime I'm eating this at home, I'll just add a few things from my fridge into the bowl. So that's why the order kind of looks a little bland. This chicken is a little dry. We will be adding lots of sauce. And they actually give you a decent amount of chicken when you get 2 scoops. We're adding some Greek salad because their cucumbers were a little sad. And this is butternut squash that I had left over. I think we're gonna do avocado lime. Okay, dinner's ready to go. I have all my chairs in this apartment now, and sometimes, for whatever reason, I end up on the floor, like in the morning, in the evenings. There's just something so comforting about getting cozy on the floor. But I'm gonna love you and leave you here with our last dinner, and then next time we can do like what I eat in a week, or we can maybe do some more like healthy desserts and treats. I feel like we did a good job having more variety. Like, you know how much I love my cottage cheese and my beef bowls, so I'm trying to just switch it up a little bit and add in some different types of protein and whatnot. But yeah, at the beginning of my journey, I wasn't having dairy or gluten, very little refined sugar, and then no alcohol, and I cut back on caffeine. And now, like I said, I eat a little bit of those things in moderation without any type of symptoms. So I love that I can just have all of those foods. But I always feel the best when I'm eating like this and when I'm eating the meals that I showed you the last few days. So I hope you love this video. Let me know if you want to see, like what I eat in a week, or if you want to see more desserts, or just in general what else you would love to see. Thank you guys for watching. I love you, and I'll see you next time.